Hello everyone, I am Lolly and Julie is behind the camera today. We are on day 3 of the showroom floor at Creativation in Seattle 2025, and I tell you what, it's been quite the experience. We are so stoked and excited that we were able to come. It's been a great experience. We're still rocking it, and we are here at the Sizzix booth with the one and only EILEEN Hull, and she is going to be showing us her new product launch.
Yes, I am. Thank you for coming, Lolly. Sorry I was late. Anyway, she forgave me. So I have a new line coming out in May, and I have 2 scoreboards dies. I have the handbound journal and journal hardware. So that's going to make your basic, the base for the project. And then I have 3 thinlits dies. So if you don't mind, I will go through each of those. Okay, here is our steel rule die, the handbound journal, and I'll just handbound because I feel like people need a little challenge. And this one can be bound by hand and stitched. It's like where you have signatures, it lays flat. I thought that rainbow paper was really cool. That's the Sizzix paper, and I designed it so that you can use a half a sheet. So if I made it a little bigger, I would have had to, so I can fold it over and cut the pages. So
brilliant.
Thank you. Just because I don't want to waste that paper. So this is what it looks like. But for people who don't want to do all that work of learning how to stitch it up, not that it's hard, but there's another piece on it, and the binding piece comes along with it. So you can either glue it on and just bind them in,
So that's the pamphlet stitch, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So if you look on the die, this is your cover, and then that's the binding, and then there are 2 label pieces that will come out. So the benefit of this die is that you can cut mat board, chipboard, leather, felt, and I have a couple other samples. Let me show you those too while we're at it. Here's one that I covered. I didn't, but my team members covered with this is Amy Powers. She made this adorable little junk journal, which I had not seen that paper. Isn't it cute? I love it.
Did she write down what paper it was?
I asked her. I think it's Stamperia. I'm not sure.
It has to be Stamperia.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looks like it to me. So it's got all the little pockets and everything. So you can put whatever you want inside. So she covered her mat board with paper, and she used a leather spine. So you can combine any set of materials. All right, here is, this is one that I did. And here, this is one of the dies, so I used that as a stencil kind of on my gel plate, and then I bound it with the spine, but I put beading on the side, so you can bring in all your different things that you have in your stash. So let me line these up. Here I use my color wheel. Madeline took the book and made it into a box, so she added sides, and then she made little booklets out of using the die, the scallop side, so they all kind of match. Here is, I'm going to run out of room any minute, but here is a little felt book, so she used the color wheel. I want to show you my favorite page. Look at this little bunny. They're snaps. Isn't it cute? So, you give these to little kids. Yeah, the carrots can hang down.
And a shaker. It's a
shaker. Yeah, every page there's, and it's like the hidden treasure inside. This is like the fuzzy stuff. This is supposed to be when kids have naps, and you tell them, play in your little quiet book. Mine never did that, but I'm sure there are children that do. We have also, you can vary the depth of the book. So here's the spine, but I folded it, instead of folding it on the outer, I folded it in here. So you can make it, maybe you don't want to make a big, huge book. You can, just do it like that. I have one more. Now this one, Julie, if you could pan out a little bit, because this one is going to knock your socks off. You ready? Is that not beautiful? This is a little ephemera keeper. So these are glassine bags that are put on an accordion spine, and you can, sort your ephemera by color. Isn't that amazing? You can also, you can do whatever you want. that's the beauty of it, of the steel rule die. Here's another one. This is a little leather one that I made, and if you can see the embossing on there, that's one of my folders. It's a little tricky with the leather, but I have a lot of videos that show how to do it, and it just comes out so cool. And this one,
I filmed her doing the leather at Demo Alley a couple years ago.
that's right. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, I'm going to put these away because there's...
Awesome. And these are the hardware
Yeah,
pieces? These are the hardware pieces.
Biggs die. So this is, this one right here. And I like that it's Biggs because you can cut this out of leather. And I like it because for a lot of my hinges and latches and closures, I like to use leather because paper breaks down eventually, but leather will not. So that, it actually, when you use leather, it gets better with time because your hands soften it and add the oil and your life to it,
I'm like that too. I get better with time.
That's right. We all do. You think, Lolly? Okay.
I soften with time.
So anyway, that's that die. And I have earrings that I made out of this piece, but I don't have them with me. But they're leather too. So I love having the option of adding, thick. All right.
Well, this is the journals. She has a really great design team. She has incredible designers using her products. Oh, it's amazing.
I'm very lucky. I'm looking for one thing here. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, this is one of the pieces from the hardware. So I used it as, yes. That's nice for a pen loop too. But this one I like for storing things. You could put floss on here, just put a little hole punch at the end and keep your storage for your floss and stuff. Okay. Then these are some little favors. These are moving on to the next, so let me move this out of the way.
Cute.
Yeah, these are stamps and thinlits and stencils combined in different ways to create
Look
party
at the papers
favors.
back in here.
Yeah, that one. I love that one. This is like a little thing that you would take to a paint party. So this is a swatch card, but she took it and put letters on it and used it as like a little goodie bag. And the same with this one. But wouldn't it be fun to go to a party and get one of these at your plate, This will work. So, here it is. Okay.
Ooh.
So this one kind of uses all of the products in one. This cuts it. This is a thinlits die. So that cuts this shape. And these are two separate ones. So you can actually use it as a color wheel. This is complementary colors. So every way you turn it, you can know if I use those, they're all going to blend nicely. And also, I made this little baby color wheel for just fun. And these fit on cards. They're 4 inches. They're little tight. But you could do a nice 5-inch square or 6-inch square card. And there are also... Well, this is a color wheel that gave me my base right here.
So that's a stencil.
It's a 3-layered stencil.
Okay,
so
cool.
It does this one, that one, so that they butt up. And if you use the stencil and stamp tool from Sizzix, it helps you. Yeah, you can't go wrong. There's also this one if you want to use that shape instead. So then we have the.
It just keeps on
It
coming.
keeps on coming. The thing I like about it is if you get one, you have to get them all because,
of course.
they all go together.
Yes.
So this one, actually, there's a little clock over there. And we have, what else? Here's like a little...
We didn't hear anything.
Didn't drop it.
Did something happen? So here's a clock that Amy made out of, on a text. So, but you could use white paper and have a different look or, like a, vintage or any kind of... Yeah, I was happy that it came out to 12 segments because it's like, ooh, could make a clock. We also have little hands in the in this die, so it looks like little hands.
Little hands.
No little hands. Wait a minute, I gave my last one away.
Oh, no.
I'm getting more today.
Okay.
This is like a swatch card, so you could take these. Yes. Oh, Erna, you're good. So these, you can. You too. No, one is good. you know, you could take these to the store and actually just have them on cart. How handy.
I gotta hand it to you.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's so bad. But you could have blank white ones and have, you know, a set for your watercolors, a set for your markers, a set for your paints, and, you know, keep track of them and bring them to the store and actually use them as swatches. So, and because we're at NAMTA, it's like we're surrounded by so many beautiful art things that's why I kind of designed it this way, knowing it was coming out in for this show. But have you guys noticed walking around like a million color wheel things? Yeah, all kinds of products. There's a company called Color Wheel Company, which I never heard of. But anyway, this little stamp, that goes right here. And then this also has on the back a place for you to put the color, the brand, where you found it. Anyway, it's useful as well as pretty, you know. So then on these here, these are all sentiments that have to do with color. So tickled pink. Yeah, so these would be great for cards or whatever. Art therapy in progress, we all know about that. There's a really cute little card using just this one stamp where they stamped them all, cut them, and, you know, I should have done a die for that, but it's okay. Maybe next time. So that, let me look in here and see if there's anything. Oh, here's a beautiful tag. So you can see whatever it is that you do, there is a way for you to use this. Now, Erna, how would you use this? Can you think of a way?
The paper crafties are new for me, so
okay.
I think because I don't really do cards.
Yeah.
I'm more of a fine artist, so I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
There's so many ways I can use it too in my mixed media classes. Good. Yeah. I like the way. I think I would maybe do watercolor on top of this, and maybe paint on the background more. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have your vision,
layering different. Yeah.
My vision. I was thinking it'd be fun to get like, if you did a project, you know, and you had certain colors, to do swatches of them and then just kind of keep it, store it with it, or use it as somewhere in the project, you know, just to remember what you used.
One of the things I do for people is like when we do a card, it's like if you use blue, make a little swatch. If you use then green, make a little swatch, and in the end you have like it matches your project. That looks really beautiful. Even this will look pretty. And you can, if you do the flower, you can maybe cut it out and like place it on top or place it close to it.
You could use that to make a card that this is a game board, you know. Oh, okay. And well, I saw that this spins.
I might have a small game underneath. This is also made by my friend Amy, and she did make a game out of it with actual.
I thought it was being original.
Well, no, that's good because it is a good thought.
That's pretty fun.
Look at this. It's actual game board. I know. Yeah, and she's got the little, and the spinner is this.
This is perfect. I wish I had this when I was still a teacher in the school.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would have been amazing because it would have teach color. Yeah.
And it's laminated.
Yeah, laminated.
That's brilliant.
I know.
I mean, her execution of it too.
She said it got a little. It was hard to do this whole area without smudging all this color. So she might have done it a couple times.
No, that is amazing.
Big time.
I'm thinking too about stained glass to make it just a where it could be. You put it on Duralar and do all the alcohol inks on it, and then put the black over the Duralar with the alcohol inks. Get Cassie on the alcohol inks. She's the queen.
That would be beautiful. Or you could do. Oh, I have my apron. This is an apron.
We love seeing the samples.
Okay, I just don't. Look at the size of this table. I can't possibly fit. But look at this. She made me an apron, and this is fabric, you know, and this is that swatch, and just little stitching, and I love this. Is my favorite one. She had an extra and put it just at the back. Isn't it cute? So
that is precious.
So it's good for whatever anybody does, really. It's a basic tool that you get, and you put your spin on it. And I am hot today. So, and yeah, it's just fun.
Thank you. I'll be here till 6, you know. Comedian act, you know.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions or anything?
It's just so wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
And then this,
That's
that's this.
The scoreboard. Yeah, this is the book. So that's how it's bound one way. I know. I wouldn't have thought of that. Debbie, she was here. She made this, and she got to the show, and she's like, "Oh, they use that on packaging?" Like she didn't know, but she made that. I gave her no instructions. I didn't have, and she just took all the parts and put that together. And I was like, I never would have thought of that. And that's why I love seeing what everybody makes. So if you want to join the EILEEN Hull fan club, we have lots of people from all around the world, and we would love for you to come and join the group. And share what you're doing, because you inspire us. So as a maker, I only have so much in my brain of what I would do with it, but when I get an idea from something somebody else did, that just changes my whole perspective, and it just keeps the flow going of the inspiration. So
And in her group on Facebook, when she does a launch showing all the new products, she will show a lot of these in the group. She'll show pictures, or you'll do a live video on YouTube.
A live video on May 1st.
And so you will see a lot of these. Like I said, her design team, as you have just noticed, her design team is awesome.
Yes, and this
Jaw-dropping.
is one of the designers. The rest of them hadn't got their dies in time, so they're still working.
One person did.
A lot of them, yes. And some of these are from the Sizzix design team. We're just kind of all pitched in, and but it's just a small.
I love it though. I love the launch. It's great.
Well, thank you.
So this is us saying goodbye, and thank you
Signing out.
so much for joining us on this tour.
Thanks.